I would like to invite you to recall the beginnings, this is not necessarily the first moment, when you met a significant other or your best friend you've had for a long time. What about those moments brought you together and really sort of ignited what's hopefully a deep relationship with a friend or partner? I'll share with you very briefly the story of how I met my best friend Andy when we were 10 years old in Camp Ramah. It was my second summer there. We were coming in the second month, which is always a little bit harder to be a second month camper because camp is already kind of started off. And so you look out for the newer people. And there was this shy, skinny kid. I was not a skinny kid. He was wearing a Mets hat like I was. Remember, they were the reigning champions at the time. And so I went up to him and we started talking. And it turns out that we loved the Mets together and started listening to the brand new radio station called WFAN, which just began that summer as well. So we grabbed our mitts and started to play catch outside. And we realized that we were both kind of a little nerdy, telling silly jokes, and we bonded ever since. 37 years later, we are still great friends. He lives in New Jersey and has 3 kids. And our WhatsApp group name is the Demented Mets Fans. Why? Because we make silly jokes at how we like a team that is mostly down, but sometimes up. I bring that up because you can see whatever brings you together in relationship, especially at the beginning, becomes the foundation, the basis, the scaffolding. And in this week's Torah portion, we get to see that thing that brought the Jewish people and God together. And what is it? It's this land, the land of Israel. The very first words that God says to Abraham is, Lekh-Lekha, go to the land that I will show you. And when he arrives there, God says, it is this land that I'm going to give to you. It is this land that becomes part of the covenant that we just read in this week's Torah portion. Back to first principles. Just as Andy and I are connected by the Mets, we are connected to the one above by the land of Israel. And it is time to get back to those first principles, because Israel, the land, and our brothers and sisters who live on the land are in trouble and are in need. So what are some of those first principles that we discover in the Parsha? We discover that part of the reason we're in this land is to bring blessing to us, but to also to bring blessing to the world. We are not perfect. Even Abraham and Sarah are not perfect, but we are always striving to bring blessing to the world, and we cannot forget that. The land seems small, but God already tells Avram that it is big with opportunity and promise, that we can spread out north, south, east, and west, and says, Kum hitalech ba'aretz, le'orka ulerochba, kidecha etnena. Go and walk this land, its length and its breadth. Really, it doesn't matter how big the land is. It is a land flowing with milk and honey and opportunity. It is also a land, hopefully, of shalem. Before there's even a city named Yerushalayim, which just means city of peace, we encounter this mysterious figure, Melchizedek, the king of righteousness, of justice. And who is he? He is Melech Shalem. He is the king of wholeness, of peace. And so we know that this land has peace as possibility. And we cannot forget that first principle. And finally, we see that through this relationship, God is Magen Avraham, the shield of Abraham. And obviously later on, we have Magen David. A shield doesn't always necessarily stop an arrow. A shield is strong and again gives us the scaffolding and the foundation. And so, thousands of years ago, a 75-year-old man took a leap of faith and left for a land. And because of that leap, we, Abraham and Sarah's descendants, are connected to God via this land. It is truly a love affair. And so, at this time of need for the land of Israel, we need to find the ways to stay connected. It's not easy being far away. People are coming to us, and please do come talk to us. We're here for you as pastors. And they say, let's do this, and this. We'll continue to do many, many activities. There's a concert tonight. You can go to that. And stay tuned to your emails for all the different ways that we connect. And just remember, God willing, soon we can visit Israel. My good friend said to me, he was trying to buy tickets for Passover. And he's like, it's a time of war. Shouldn't the airline tickets be cheap? And the answer was, no way, Jose, because everybody is dreaming for when this war is over and they can go and see their brothers and sisters in the land of Israel. And so just remember to get to first principles and to stay connected to the land, to each other, and obviously to the Creator of the entire world. And let us say, Amen.